Hello everyone, how are you today? This is Jimpanoscoaching, commercial career coach. I help and inspire professionals across the globe to find their passion at work. And if you do want to get what you want, whatever that is, stay tuned because today we're talking about exactly this, how to get what you want, and more precisely part 2. So before diving into right away, just feel free to share this with anyone you believe they might benefit from, and feel free also to give us a thumbs up if you do appreciate our work. So before, we've mentioned that the most important thing for you to achieve anything you want is first of all self-awareness. So know thyself. Okay, be aware of what you want, including your values, your purpose, your life purpose, or your mission in this world, your vision, your ideal situation for every area of your life, your interests, and of course your passion, what you're really passionate about. What you could be doing 24/7, what puts you in the flow and makes you lose track of time. And last but not least, we underlined the importance of being aware of your own limitation. Okay, and by limitations I mean your own limiting beliefs, your own fears, anything that has to do with yourself and stops you from achieving what you want. So in order for you to be able to overcome your inner challenges, we made an important distinction between feelings and emotions. Okay, emotions are the physical sensations and our and the reactions of our body to external stimuli, and feelings is how we name, how we label, how we interpret this biological and physical reactions, and we call them pain, we call them fear, anger, guilt, but behind that is just a physical sensation and responsiveness of our body. So I'll just take it from this point, and what is very, very important for us to consider is, first of all, we need to admit, okay, that we are the source, that you are the source of every limitation that you have. Okay, so you need to recognize that. You need to really acknowledge the fact that you are the source of your fearfulness. You are the source of every problem, because actually there are no problems. We create them through our minds. Now you will tell me, yes, but what about this person, or what about this crisis, or what about politics, what about X, Y, Z? So that's why here what is important is perception. So that means that the way you see the world is completely different from another person, or if it's not completely different, it's different. Okay, so imagine that each of us has our own unique lens. Okay, and depends on the color of this lens, we have different perspectives. Okay, so if you have if you wear lenses that they have gray color, you see everything in gray, or if it's black, you see everything in black. So that means from a perspective of fear, of guilt, of blame, and of scorn and resentment. Okay, but you can but this is just one perspective, and I want you to really understand the importance of this, because this is actually proven by the field of quantum mechanics. So here pay very, very much attention, because this is crucial. So it has been already proven that we mold and create our own reality, and most likely that there is no such thing as reality, like an objective reality, but it's all about how we see the world. How can you explain that in quantum mechanics? So quantum mechanics basically is the science of the microcosm. Okay, the science of the atom and of the electrons and photons and gravitons. Okay, it's exactly the opposite of the macrocosm, the cosmos of the universe. Okay, so what has been proven, which is fascinating, is that basically once and that was the interpretation of quantum mechanics in the convention of quantum in the convention of physics in 1927 by Heisenberg, who actually interpreted the quantum mechanics and tried to explain that. And he actually did a great point, and this point is basically that the observer, that we can't actually measure a system accurately, because as observers, okay, because the observer actually changes, okay, the system itself. Okay, so who is the observer? Ourselves. Okay, so basically, and what is a system? A system can be anything, but let's say it's everything that we observe. Okay, it could be an object, it could be our brain, it could be anything. So as long as we observe something, we actually change, okay, the circumstances of the creation of this system. And how, what does that basically mean? Basically, that means that once we observe, let's say, an object, okay, and we try to understand, what it is, okay. So let's say, okay, I have, a plastic bottle here, okay. So and I want to understand that if this, is indeed, a plastic bottle. So what happens, in our mind? We ask the question, okay, to nature, okay, is this a plastic bottle? So by asking this question, nature, okay, itself answers that, answers with, a yes or no, okay. So and as long as it's a yes, what happens is actually what in quantum mechanics they call wave function collapse. Wave function is actually potentialities, okay. So, and that means a specific number of probabilities, okay. So that can be a plastic bottle, or it can be a bottle, let's say, of steel, for example. There are many options, but let's say there are just these two, okay. So what happens is by and collapse of wave action, collapse of possibilities means basically that nature narrows down to one single possibility, which is the answer, okay, to our question. Why does that matter? That matters because in a physical in the physical world it's simple, but what about in our mental world, in our mind, in our thoughts? So here's where von Neumann comes in, and he actually underlined the importance of a question, of the question that we said to the nature. And that basically means that this question that we said, so for example, can I, get this job? Okay. But, here you have nothing to observe. It's about what you believe in. Okay. And that's here the key, that the question consists of the potentiality. Okay. So yes, you can, or yes, or no, you can't. Okay. And the intention of yourself. So your intention, okay, actually influences the question that the nature will give to you, okay. So, and the intention itself actually collapses the wave function, and that means narrows down to the possibilities to one single possibility. So as long as you have at the back of your mind that something, I can't get this job, okay, the answer will be that you can't. Okay, so that's how in quantum mechanics terms you actually create your own reality. Okay, so yes, nature, what does actually is it adjusts this intention of yours, okay, to the answer that will give you. So it needs to make the answer that you give compatible to it. But as long as you determine the answer by your intention, okay, then you create your own reality, basically, okay? So that is mind-blowing. So you scientifically create your own reality by your own thoughts, okay? So what you can do, so first of all, acknowledge that you are the source of, of anything that you see in this world, okay? If you, are in a level of love, you will be able to see love everywhere, okay? And beauty, okay? Love, in the streets, beauty, in, any car passing by, love in people, you'll be able to just see this everywhere. But if you are, from a level, if you operate from a level of consciousness which is quite low, such as fear, okay, or anger, then you will be just seeing war, you will be just seeing conflict, you will be just seeing, misery and problems everywhere, okay? So this is the first step. The second step is for you, as long as you admit that, is to really embody that, okay? So forget about your thoughts, forget about what your rational mind tells you, because it will be always ending up to an impasse, a dead end, and focus on your body. As I just said before, emotions are actually physical sensations and reactions, okay? So stop labeling them by feelings, by calling them anger, guilt, or whatever, and just feel them, okay? So if you believe that you feel stressed, don't call it stress, just feel this sensation, in your body. It could be, a tension, in your gut, or, a dryness, in your mouth. It could be, anything, but it's something that, it's been expressed, it's expressed, in a physical way, okay? And as long as you do that, then just stop resisting. Why? Because the more you resist, the more you suppress, okay, this emotion, okay? And the more you suppress something, the more it will be, it stays there, in your mind. And that, as a consequence, affects what you believe about yourself, besides the fact that, it can have a big impact, on your mental and physical health, okay? So you might have back aches, or any kind of illness or disease just evoked by suppressed feelings and emotions, okay? So just let it go and be with it, okay? And I know that takes courage, but I do believe that you have the courage to do that, because at the end of the day, once you do that, you will be feeling a sense of relief and peace, okay? And that is not just, in one short time. You need to be consistent on that. But at the end of the day, you will be feeling much, much fulfilled, happier, and free. And inner freedom is key for your awareness and for the accomplishment of any goal you set. So I hope that you did like this video, and if you did like our video, give us some thumbs up and feel free to share this with anyone you believe that might benefit from this Jimpanos, and wish you have a great day.